Right. Hello and welcome to another exciting breakfast with Unity. I'm your host Max Moreau, and let's do this thing. So, what we're doing today is we're going to add footprints, kind of to our footsteps in animation events example here. We're going to be duplicating the thing here. I've done one thing outside of the show. I took a screenshot of the bottom of one of this guy's feet, and I created a little texture based on that. So that's all I did. I didn't make it the proper size here, and I haven't changed any of the settings because we're going to change them right now. We're going to set this up as sprites. I think that'll be the most appropriate, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply with the default settings for right now. And we're going to turn on Do Not Disturb. So now we've got this footprint thing, and we can do stuff with it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to duplicate this footsteps scene. We're going to open it up, and we're going to call it, let's see, footprints. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be changing third-person character stuff again. We're not going to be we're going to be changing his animations a little bit too. So I'm just going to copy over the things that we need to copy over. So we're going to duplicate, put this over here. We're going to duplicate the third-person animator controller. Sure, why not? And we're going to duplicate the run and walk. We might only need the walk, just like we did before, but I'm just going to duplicate both of them right now anyway. So we're just going to rename these so that they don't have the ones after them. And we're going to rehook everything up so that they use these ones rather than the ones that we were using before. So let's do that real quick. We're going to replace this third-person character. I'm just going to... What are we doing? Copy component. Was there anything I needed to add here that was special? Probably not. Delete, put this guy in, paste component values. Cool, we're all set up. Then we want to make sure that his animator, which is here, third person animation controller, this one goes to the old one. We want this to go to the new one. So now when we click on it, it does that. Cool. And then finally, what else do we need? We need to fix in the animation, in the layer blending, we want this walk, this run to be this run. And we want this walk to be, didn't mean to double click that. I want this walk to be, where's my blend tree again? This walk. So it looks good. And looks good. Alright, so now that we've done all of that setup rigmarole here. So we currently have this this play sound event thing, and we're going to be replacing that though. We're going to be using a different script. I'm going to create a script, C# script. We're going to call this footsteps, is what we're going to call it. And this is going to be similar to our play sound event thing in that we're going to call it as an event. But we're going to have two different ones. We're going to have void left footstep and void right footstep. We're also going to have some variables in this. We're going to have public game object right footprint, public game object left footprint, and we'll just assume we'll also handle the playing of the sounds in here as well, and we'll just assume that there is a single sound source. Maybe actually let's go ahead and do public audio source left foot audio source, right foot audio source. So on left footstep, what are we going to do? We're going to do left foot audio source dot play, and we're going to do our magic for the other stuff. And so the other one's going to look like this for right now. right source audio, right foot audio source dot play. And so the other thing we need to do is we need to raycast down and create footprint. So we're also going to need a couple more things. We're going to need public transform right footprint, right foot location. And since we're doing these kind of serially, I'll keep it that way. So we'll do 3 sections. And public, and we do left first. So starting with the left foot. Public transform left foot location. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to, I'm going to actually raycast out. So we're going to organize these foot locations so that they're pointing towards the ground in the Z. So we're going to do, we're going to need a raycast hit, and we're going to do if physics.raycast left foot location dot position, left foot location dot forward. So that's our origin, that's our direction. We don't care about distance, so we're going to do a hit info. We should probably care a little bit about distance, but I'm just going to do the hit info for now. So raycast hit info. So hit out hit. So if we successfully raycast, we will then check to see what we hit and place our footprint in the proper location. So instantiate left footprint. Why are these reversed? There we go. Not that it matters. Footprint. I guess footprint's one word. Whatever. Left footprint, and what else do we need? We want the position, which would be hit dot position point, and the rotation we're going to use the normals here. So we're going to use hit dot normal. So this should go on terrain even if it's uneven, though we're only going to test it on even terrain at this point. And this might be all we need. Let's go ahead and copy this and put it into the right footstep as well, except we're going to be changing it to use the right foot location and the right footprint. So save. So let's see if we compile correctly. Nope, we got some problems. So left footprint. Oh, hit dot normal. Hit dot normal is not a rotation, so we need to do quaternion dot look rotation hit dot normal. This basically converts a vector into a proper thing. So the other thing is we need an up for this. So we're going to give it left foot location dot up. So this instantiates at the point we hit, looking away from the normal, but with an upward vector of the other thing here. This may or may not work. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this quaternion in here. And we need to change this to right foot location. Save. So, all right, cool, it works. So what we're going to do now, that's a lot of coding for not testing, so we'll see how this actually goes. We're going to need to create a couple points. We're going to try and find his feet here. We've got the spine, right upper leg, right foot. So where's right foot? Right foot's over here. That's not as useful. Let's go ahead and do right toe. That looks promising. So what we're going to do is under right toe. There's actually more. Right toe 2. Oh, the tip of the toes. That's nice of them. We're going to put it under right toe 1 though. So we're going to just create a empty child, and we're going to call this right foot location. And this one we're going to rotate so that it's facing downward, so that the Y is facing that way and the Z is facing downward. So that way we can raycast along it. So we're going to rotate the X here by 90 degrees. And I want this basically in the center of his foot. It's close, but I'm going to just move it back just slightly. Somewhere around there. And we're also going to make sure that it is slightly up. I'm just going to move it as far as we dare up there. So this is just to make sure that it's above whatever we're recasting towards. And so we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to also put one inside of upper left leg, left foot, left toe, paste. We're going to put this in the left toe. And I'm just going to set the position .x to be 0. And that should... That's not exactly the same, is it? So if we look at this one, and then we look at... Yeah, we're going to have to... Oh, for some reason it rotated. There we go. So what is this one in relation to 2935? Let's just copy those values, actually. Actually, let's just do copy component, paste component values. There, that should be pretty lined up now. Sweet. So, so we now have a left foot location and right foot location. Let's put our footstep scripts on the third-person controller here. We're going to get rid of our play sound event, and we're going to start filling in these blanks. So right foot location is here. Left foot location is, wait, no, that's the, I should probably label these right. So this is left foot location. So let's go back to third person controller. We're going to do left foot location for left foot location, right foot location for right foot location. Left foot audio source, we should put an audio source on these things. So we're going to just add component, audio source. And we're going to set the audio clip to the previously used sound effects that we were using, called single footstep on carpet tennis shoes. And what else do we need here? We don't want to play on awake. So we can now go back to a third person controller. We now can, if we just drag in these objects, it will automatically grab their audio sources. And then finally, left footprint and right footprint. So we've got this texture here. I'm gonna bring it into the game real quick as an object, just somewhere. We're gonna take a look at it. So it shows up from both sides. We want it to be. We're gonna be using the normals here. So if I face this so that it is on the ground, and normal pointing up, how does it look? All right, so this is how it's going to look. So this is the right footprint. This will match his right foot. Let's actually try and make it about the right size here. So what I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to change the pixels per unit. So if we do 200, it should be half the size. And we're just going to try and get it to the point where it's about the same size as his foot. So let's see here. This is still a little too big, it looks like. Yep. So let's make it, I'm just going to make it half that again. So footprint, let's make it 300. Apply. That's pretty close, still a little too much. Let's go ahead and do 350. 400. There, that looks like that's probably gonna suffice. So so this will be our right footprint here. I'm going to create this as, we're going to this one can just be by itself like this. We'll call this right footprint, and we will create a prefab based on it. And then we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to create left footprint. And left footprint is going to be exactly the same, except for we're going to make the X scale -1. So it should be flipped horizontally. Sweet. So we have a right foot and a left foot. Perfect. So left footprint, we're now going to create a preview of that, and we're going to delete these two from the scene. So now if we go to our third-person controller, we can put our left footprint in the left footprint, our right footprint in the right footprint. And we should have everything set up the way we need it. Now, the only thing we need to change is our animation events. So if we go here, it says play sound function not supported. That's because we don't have it anymore. We're going to do, we're going to look at this animation first. So we're going to have to go to our state machine here. Where is it? Third-person animator controller. And I just want to see his walk animation here. We're just going to do the walk for right now. So, oh yeah, to see that, we need to bring him up to walking. Come on, walk. Walk for me. And we hit play. So he steps with the left first and then the right. So the first one here is going to be left foot step. And the second one here is going to be right foot step. And hopefully, after this change, and we hit play, we'll be leaving footprints. Oh yeah, we need one more option here. Public float footprint offset. Put that here. And we'll set it by default to 0.05. We'll set it to. So we want to do hit.normal plus, so hit.point plus hit.normal times footprint offset. This will make it so that we have an offset to work with that will make it so that we don't overlap our transparent stuff with non-transparent stuff and make it so that we don't see it properly. So save that. All right, we should be ready to rock now. Oh, type double, so we need to put a little F here. Save. So, after all this, we're finally going to test this, and we're going to find out nothing works. Let's find out what happens. So, we hit play, and, oh, it looks like he's leaving footprints. Looks like they're the wrong direction. Let's actually see what's going on there. Oh, yeah, so I had thought about them completely opposite the way I wanted to think about them. So, how do we fix that? Alright, so let's just go look at our left foot, right foot real quick. And right footprint. And we probably just want to reverse these. So we're going to do 1 here, we're going to do -1 here. And let's actually look at the way they look. So we're going to turn this from 180, and we're going to turn this 180, and we're going to turn this -90 and -90. So it looks like we've got feet prints. That's good. And what are we doing along this? We're going to... All right, cool. So this definitely is now our left footprint, and this is definitely our right footprint. Looking good. Let's apply these to our prefabs. Delete them, and give it another look-see. Looking good. So they're a little bit rotated off. We can fix that by just changing the orientation of the foot locations. So if we find our dude here, and we look down at his feet here, we can see that maybe it's not even that far off. Here, I'm just going to, we're going to follow our third-person controller. Just going to Shift F there, focus on it, and we're going to move him here. You know, maybe that's spot on. Well, we can always change the rotations if we think that he looks a little bit bow-legged. Oops, did not mean to do that. But this should work for now, so that's awesome. So we have a footprint system that was relatively easy to set up. We used our knowledge of raycasts, and we used our knowledge of animation events to make this possible, and it looks like it lines up pretty good. I mean, there's little problems here and there, but a lot of these would kind of go away potentially if you added more animations to have the footprints on them. But yeah, so there you go. We could also add scripts to the footprints themselves that make them so that they disappear after a time. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We've done that before. So yeah, I would say that was a successful episode. Save selected, save project. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Dragfire. Support us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/cookingwithunity. Please support us. We really appreciate your support. And thank you very much. You guys have a great one. I'll catch you tomorrow with another Breakfast with Unity.